Hello, 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 everybody. Heather, are you out there? Heather, are you out there? You know what? I have learned how to go with the flow because whenever you're dealing with technology, different kinds of things um, can happen. Yeah, they really can. And so now I do believe I sent a invite to Heather, and we're going to see if she's out there so that we can get started. You're going to be so excited. All right, here we go. All right. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Yes, yes. I am so excited about today. I am so excited about today. And I know sometimes things happen. Hey,
Hey
Heather,
there. Hey there.
you're here.
What a
Things happen
rigmarole.
to see what you're going to do.
That's right.
And I have learned to just go ahead and continue, to just
Yeah,
push, push,
push through.
push.
Go with the
Woo!
flow.
All right. Welcome, everybody. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Bea Positive here. That's Bea Positive. And you are watching Bea Speaks, where we speak live with guests who are doing positive things within their communities or have life-changing experiences and compelling stories to share. And I believe today's guest fits in both categories. Our guest is none other than Heather McCormick of Kind Mind Art. And the definition of a Renaissance woman is described as someone who embodies the same ideals as the Renaissance humanist movement. She's a well-rounded, multifaceted individual with a wide range of interests, skills, and experiences, and isn't afraid to explore and express herself in various ways. Yes, everybody, I think once you hear my guest, you will agree with me that Heather McCormick is a Renaissance woman. And I am so excited that she is our guest today on
Thank
Bea
you, Bea.
Speaks.
Thank
Yes,
you,
yes,
Bea.
yes.
Thank you.
Hey, welcome to Bea Speaks, Heather.
Thank
Thank
you.
you for agreeing to be our guest. Do you mind sharing with our audience uh, your journey leading to who you are today?
Well, I would be happy to do that. In the last few years, I did have a rough few years after having a business here in Lakewood, Ohio. I had my own children's business. We opened a brick and mortar company, and it was based on manners, kindness, and diversity. And unfortunately, fortunately, it was a very magical place, B. And I served about 1,100 children in that short year I was open. And I had 2 surgeries and moved a bunch of times. And it's a big, long story. But sadly, COVID took my company from me.
Mm.
And yes, and it really it pushed me into a complex PTSD from when my mother passed 28 years ago at that time. It really made me transient here and there. I moved a bunch of times since that. But what it did do for me is it really taught me my great resilience. And one of my programs that I do now does talk about changing our narratives. So my narrative always was, oh, I was young. My mom died young. Then we were tight because she was sick. And then
Mm-hmm.
we got divorced young, da, da, da. And now my narrative is, my narrative is I get my amazing resilience and bubbliness and wonderfulness from my mother.
Yes.
So it's awesome. And I still, of course, deal with the complex PTSD and I get through it. But like a wonderful human in my life often says, gratitude is an action word. And I practice gratitude every single day, B. Every single day.
Yes.
So I've always been a salesy, entrepreneurial type.
Heather,
But
not
sure.
to cut you off, but I'm wondering how well you're a little low on my end, Michael is watching. Michael, can you hear us?
It probably was my speaker. Can you hear me now, Bea?
I can hear you, but it's not loud.
How about now?
I can still hear you, but I can't hear you. And if Michael would just let us know whether he can hear us, that would be great.
It's a VIP showing. Yeah. I like a VIP showing.
Yes, and we will be. We will be downloading it to my website. So
Yeah,
we'll be able to, because Facebook is doing all kinds of crazy stuff. And
right.
I forgot that the reason why I had gotten Zoom in the first place was because of the fact that they want you to bring guests on the phone. But that was a few years ago, and I forgot all about it. And I was like, oh my goodness. And so I've been doing that. I would have had this problem even if I had my regular computer because
Right.
of the fact that it's not hooked up with the Zoom. The
Right.
Zoom is hooked up on my Monica Beasley Martin page, but not on this one. So that is why so I'm glad that anyway, delay is not denial. And I'm glad that we
That's right.
decided that we were going to meet a few minutes early. So we're not as late as we could have been.
That's okay. That's okay with me. I'll go with the flow.
So I'm going to assume that Michael can hear us. Is Michael a friend of yours on Facebook?
Yes, he's on here.
Tell Michael to send you a note and let you know. Hey,
Oh,
Michael.
Michael.
Amy, somebody, let us
Oh,
know if you can.
Amy. Hi, Amy. You're famous. Yay. Can you
Can you
hear us?
hear us?
Type in.
Type in if you can hear us.
Those two both know my story, too. Oh, someone else is
Oh,
here.
boy.
Getting nervous.
That's wonderful.
Nervous. Let's see.
Usually the most time that we get people watching is afterwards. They
Correct.
watch
Right.
the
I'm nervous. Hi, Amy. Can
Hi,
you hear
can
us
you
well?
hear us?
They can hear us, Bea.
Okay, well, we can go on. All right. It's just my phone, and I can hear you, so we're good. Okay.
Okay.
So I'm sorry to break you up that way, but I didn't want you to go on and nobody be able to hear the wonderful, powerful story that you're sharing. So
Thank you.
take it away, sis.
Okay, so long story short, what I was getting at is it was a rough few years, and what happened was I just decided, or I kind of fell into it and decided it was, I think, 2021 after the rough year of losing my company. And one day I just decided I was an artist. So what I did, I just kind of said, hey, I'm going to make some art. And I use art as a catharsis and a tool. I say I'm kind to my mind by arting all over the place. And I teach other people how to use art as a tool as well. It's such an outlet for us. It literally heals. It literally heals. So I changed my business page to be the Kind Mind Art page, and that was it. I'm not a very big rule abider, so I just kind of did that, and it stuck. I've recently, just actually today, acquired my own website, so I call it kindfeather.com, and then I have multiple things I can share with you that I'm doing out in Northeast Ohio this season.
Oh, tell me. So then my description of you was right. You are a Renaissance woman.
I am. I have my hands in a lot of cookie jars. I really like the cookies, Bea. I like the cookies.
And you do them all well.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Yes. We actually just found out yesterday, myself and two artists, Amy, who is watching right now, is one of them. We are going to be doing the entire hot tub mural at the Lakewood YMCA, which is wonderful. Yeah, it's a big opportunity. We're very excited about that. Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Yes. So Kind Mind Art, of course, is my biggest one. I do one-on-ones and I teach children classes and I just make my own art through Kind Mind Art. Another venture I have is called Heather Feather Henna, which I
Mm.
just go out and I'll do one-on-ones. I have some appointments at my home in the Lakewood area, or I'll go out and do parties and such. And I do and practice intuitive henna. So I don't do normal Mendy. I mostly just say, hey, I'm going to draw on you however I feel.
Awesome.
And people like it. Yeah, so it works out. So,
Awesome. Well, let me
yeah,
tell you a secret about me.
sure.
And maybe you can draw on me
I would
sometime.
love that. I would love to.
All right. I have a condition called alopecia areata,
Okay.
which is balding in spots. It's an autoimmune disorder that I've had since I was in my 20s. And when I wrote a book called Bald is Beautiful Too, when my
Nice.
around the time that my godson developed testicular cancer, he lost all of his hair. He had dreadlocks down to his waist. And so the treatment and everything.
Yeah.
And plus, so I decided I would cut my hair off in honor of him. Well,
Right.
when I went to school, I was a substitute teacher at the time. The kids started talking about, oh, that teacher's a bald head. That teacher's a bald head. So that inspired me to write a children's book called Bald is Beautiful Too, about a little girl with alopecia.
Yeah.
And the children understood after that that it was an immune disease. And I told them, I said, it's kind of like being allergic to your hair.
Yeah.
And so the next day when I went to school, some other students were like, that teacher's a bald head. Well, the ones I had said, she's got alopecia and
Yeah,
she's
me too.
allergic to her hair. So that story turned into a book. And anyway, when the book came out, there was a young lady that I knew. I don't even know what happened to her, but she was doing henna. And I had
Right.
seen on Facebook where someone had henna on their head.
Yeah.
And I was like, I was wondering if somebody could do that. Well, it just so happened she saw me saying that, and somebody else said that they would pay for it to be done. So
Yeah.
anyway, when I did my book, I had henna on my head. And so now I usually get all kinds of like funky styles and stuff like that, and
Yeah.
just have the henna on the outside and
I'll
what
do it
have you.
anytime you'd
So
like.
so I'm just saying, maybe we can hook up sometime.
Yeah.
And
Absolutely. I would love to do it. Henna's one of my favorites. I actually incorporated in some of my mixed media pieces now as well. Like I'll take
cool.
the henna right in the tube and just put it on an art piece. Because why not?
Awesome,
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, I'll draw all over you. I'll art all over you too.
I
Because,
appreciate it because I haven't had
sure.
it in a while, and
It's
I
fun.
really I miss that.
It's fun. Yeah, it's very fun. It makes you feel kind of prettier in general. It just
Mhm.
is it really I often have henna. I have some down my leg. I won't dare move the phone right now because we're just in case of
Yeah,
technical
but I
difficulties.
love it. So enough of me. I'm off of that.
No, yeah, you're good. You're good. I love to do henna. I'll actually be doing henna at two upcoming festivals this season. One is called Pass the Swine. It is in Ashland, Ohio, and it is on the last week of July. And it's very family friendly live music camping experience. You can find on
Cool.
Facebook, Pass the Swine. And the other one is Magic Flower Music and Arts Festival, and that is, I forget where, I want to say Burbank, Ohio, also not very far. And that one is the second week in August. So my henna will be there as
Okay.
well. I'll be there with my henna. Yeah,
Wonderful,
yeah.
wonderful. Well, I'm definitely gonna have to hook up with you. Probably I have a show coming up uh the end of August, so it'll probably be after Labor Day. It's the 29th
Yeah,
and the
that sounds
30th.
good to
So
me.
after that, I'll get in contact with you and
Yeah,
see when
get
I
that
can come
henna.
up and have that done because I'm ready to get funky again.
It's also fun, it's fun. I notice that especially at the music and art festivals, I notice it's a bonding time between myself and whoever I'm doing henna on.
Mm-hmm.
It really turns out, especially the little children, It's like
Oh,
it's
they
like a
love it.
cathartic session of them just telling
Yes.
Miss Heather everything. It
Yes.
really is. It's wonderful. Yeah.
Yes. So I'm looking forward. Tell us about some more stuff that you're doing.
So let's see. I have a little. Cave Woman Cleveland is going to be coming to Cleveland in the fall of this year. So
Mm-hmm.
I practice what's called ecstatic dance, B. And ecstatic dance means just let your body go however, like sometimes,
Hey.
really go crazy. But I've noticed, I only got there in the last few years of my life. I used to have to go out and have a few drinks to dance. I used to be worried
Mm-hmm.
about whatever, and the average woman walking around our area, I would assume, is still a little nervous sometimes in her own skin. So
Mm-hmm.
Cave Woman, Cave Woman Cleveland, um, aims to change that. So what we're doing, it's a blindfolded ecstatic dance experience that I've developed.
Mm.
So what we'll do essentially is everyone will be blindfolded
Mm-hmm.
in the big space that we dance in. And then about, I don't know, third or quarter way through or whatnot, I'm going to say, okay, ladies, let's take
Take.
your blindfolds off.
Mm.
Let everybody keep your eyes closed and let's see who can still get it. Still just go crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Go crazy. Let your body feel that music. That's what ecstatic dance is all about. And then near the end, of course, we will remove the blindfolds altogether. And it's such a bonding experience together, and it's also a great confidence builder.
That sounds like fun.
It's going to be so fun. I'll give you a VIP spot. We're going to have so much fun. I
Please keep me
believe, yeah,
posted.
I will for sure, because that event, I've literally only put one quick little infographic out because I'm getting such great reception from the
Mm.
event. It's going to be a big one. So I want to plan it accordingly. So I'm going to just, you know, announce it closer in the fall because it's a big
Got you.
undertaking. It's a big undertaking to facilitate some of these events.
Sounds like it.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. My other thing um, I have I have my hands all over the place. I'll do birthday parties. I do one-on-ones with the kiddos or adults. I do, all sorts of things with just my bubbles and me and henna and just the whole experience. I also go into people's homes and I use what they have there and I make their home more aesthetically pleasing. So I'll go and
Oh,
decorate and stuff because I'm all about spaces.
I love your
Yeah.
decorating.
Thank you. I'm a very colorful one.
Yes.
It looks
Love
like
it.
a cartoon character lives in my house, but I like it too.
I love it.
Thank you so much. The main thing that I wanted to talk about, and I think that's why you initially invited me, was the program I've developed called Find Your Shine. And Find Your Shine is really, I have my little note here because I want to share it with you. So Find Your Shine goes back to my troubles. I've lost friendships. I've had different losses in my life over the last few years because of my activities of being, financially not okay or
Yes.
transient or whatnot. Um, and that's okay. I've healed from all of that. I realized that those people might not have been meant to be in my life forever as I thought
Right.
they were. However, you really have to change your narrative, and that's kind of where Find Your Shine comes in.
Mm.
So I was invited by a friend to come speak to her small team, and it kind of just was in my heart and in my whole everything that this is things that the people around me would tell you I regularly said. So I just put them all together.
Mm-hmm.
Like, hey, I'll share with you. The first one is changing your narrative. So as I shared with you earlier today, I used to run around saying, oh, my mom was sick and then she died and then I was a
Mm-hmm.
broke single mom and blah, 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 blah. Now my
Mm-hmm.
narrative is so different. Just my narrative of how I tell my story. Our
Yes.
words are energy. Our
The
words are
tongue is
magic.
powerful.
It is really real. If
Yes.
we run around saying boo hoo hoo,
Mm-hmm.
you
That's where we're
know,
gonna get more
that's
boo-hoo.
right. When it rains, it pours. That means when you're sunny, it's bound to get sunnier. I
Mm-hmm.
always say that it's very important. We have to realize that. So I changed my narrative first off. Um, and going along with that, I have my little cheat sheet. Look at that.
That's
Oh,
fine.
yeah. Going along with that, I keep my perspective half full. I've always been that kind of lady, but now I'm like, yeah, my glass is full and I have two extra glasses next to it. Like you said, go with the flow.
Mm-hmm.
That's very important to me, and it is a way of life. You have to stay like that. Not in
Yes.
a, there are such things as toxic positivity. I don't run around not being
Yes.
real either. I mean,
Right.
stuff
Right.
happens. But my perspective is mostly, hey, it's going to be okay. We're going to be
Mm-hmm.
okay. My few inner circle might, get a few sharings of Miss Heather losing it here and there, but not anything predominant like it was for
Exactly.
years,
Exactly.
years.
I can totally relate to what you're
Yeah,
saying because I suffered with depression
yeah.
and it came back out during the time because I've been treated for depression not too long after my mother had died
Sorry.
in 2015. And then when the pandemic hit,
Oh yeah.
and nobody knew what was going on and people were dying all over the place. I just started thinking, you know what? I'm going to die too. We're older, my husband and I.
Right,
Then my
right.
husband was working for GM. He lost his job. I was sick right before they said it was COVID. I was in the hospital for about a week because of my
Oh,
lung condition. And it just seemed like the inevitable was going to happen. And that's all
yeah.
I kept saying. And I truly believe that God spoke to me and was like, get your mind off of all of this negativity. Stop focusing on all of this stuff that's happening, this bad. Start looking. And I literally had to look for things that were, even
Yeah,
in the
look
midst of
for it.
COVID,
Yeah,
that were happening, that were good. And because of that, that's how Be Positive, actually, no bad news, got started,
that's right.
So
Awesome.
I feel like you're my
That's
sister.
we are sisters, of course. That's wonderful. That's wonderful to hear that. You know, that's literally how my whole dynamic has changed. It's shifted. I was playing victim, not
Mm-hmm.
not necessarily on purpose, but just stuck. We're all running around
Right.
in scarcity mindset or having existential crises or freaking out over,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, it's not the way to be. So it's.
Definitely
I'm
not.
so happy that you started Be a Positive News. I'm very
Thank you. And
happy.
I'm so
You're
glad
welcome.
about the shine. What is it? Tell me, say it again.
Oh, so it's called Find Your Shine, and then
Find
use
your
it to
shine.
shape, and then use it to change lives, including your own. Because really, it changed my life. And when I go speak on it, um, it doesn't matter if someone takes away one single thing I said. That's all we do.
Yes.
I shared with you that gratitude is an action word. I took that from someone I care about. Or
Mm-hmm.
my friends will go around saying different things that we've said. It's just
Mm-hmm.
about that one thing, that one perspective. After changing perspective, of course, I'm the kindness lady, so it says be kind to others. That's part of my
Yes.
list. But more importantly, I realized with all the self-sabotage is essentially what I was doing, B.
Same here.
After I lost my business, I was
Mm-hmm.
self-sabotaging. I was doing it especially with men in relationships for
Mm-hmm.
years.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where the losing of some of my dear friends came. They just had enough. Not I wasn't doing anything cuckoo, but I was
Right.
self-sabotaging.
Right.
And they couldn't watch it anymore, I suppose. But so what I'm getting at is even more important than being kind to others, it's important to be kind to ourselves. That is
Exactly.
huge because all of us, me included, often I get in my own head, right? The minute the head hits the pillow, we're in our own heads and we are so kind and give so much grace to everyone else. You know, I believe
Mm-hmm.
in energies in the universe and such. I do believe in a God of some sort. Maybe not the.
Yes.
I definitely do though. So there's a thing I've heard years ago, and it said, "Hey man, The minute you ask God for forgiveness, he already forgave you. So don't piss him off by just ignoring. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to tick God off because I have
Right.
never forgiven we carry shame and guilt and whatnot. So being kind to ourselves is so important. And I
It is.
finally,
It is so
yeah,
important.
it was like an awakening at 47 years old. It was,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it was an awakening. I remember clearly it was near the, hi, Beth. It was near the eclipse. Remember the eclipse like April or so ago?
Mm-hmm.
I remember that. Yeah, I snapped out of it. I also was very perimenopausal and started taking black cohosh, so who knows?
Mm-hmm.
It could have been the
Girl.
black cohosh. Who knows?
Heck,
I
when
feel
I when
better.
I when I was perimenopausal, my doctor thought the way to solve it was with Lexapro.
Oh gosh, no,
Ah,
no.
that was horrible. And then what made it so bad is I told him, I was like, I can't. This is causing more problems than I had when I
Yeah,
started. He was like,
before.
oh well, you got to stay on it because once you get started, you have to stay on it. Never tell me that I have to do anything.
Right,
And
I
I
better just
almost
take. Yeah,
self-sabotaged myself because
yeah.
I took myself off of it cold turkey.
Oh, that's dangerous.
And yes, and you remember when President Obama was his first term and he
Yeah,
was inaugurated, my family and I went on a bus trip up to DC. I had just taken myself off of it. Now I know what was happening was that I was having withdrawals.
yeah, yeah.
I ended up in the hospital.
Oh gosh, oh gosh.
And in fact, Teddy Kennedy was in the hospital at the same time because when I came out, I saw they had all these police and dogs and everything, and I didn't know what was going on. And later on, I talked to a friend of mine, another person from Facebook.
Yeah,
She was a registered nurse, and she said, Monica, you're going through withdrawal. And
yeah.
since I've been off so long, it didn't make any sense for me to do just doing it a little bit at a time at that
Right,
point.
it's too late. Right.
Right. But she talked me out of, let me know what to expect and talk me through,
Yeah.
the withdrawal. So, yeah.
Yeah. Mine was I'm really thinking, and I will promote it forever to women my age, is I was unbalanced hormonally or
Mm-hmm.
something. So it's a black cohosh. I take it every day. If
Mm-hmm.
I don't take that stuff for 2 days, Miss B, I'll tell you what, somebody
See,
did
that's
some
different.
tears.
But
Yeah.
I
No,
didn't
yeah,
need
yours
an
is different. Yeah.
antidepressant at that time. I wasn't depressed. I
Right.
was.
Right, you were literally just trying to go through the menopause. It's so funny. I think it's a collective healing that's happening with all of us women age 40 and up
Mm-hmm.
right now in the country in general. We're
Mm-hmm.
waking up from the patriarchy, we're waking up from everything. And
Yes.
I think that that's part of that in there. You know, I really value men that aren't afraid of the word patriarchy or feminism because they don't
Mm-hmm.
mean what the general public thinks they mean. They just mean that we're all supposed to be the same, period.
Yes.
It doesn't mean, oh, women want more, which we should. I mean, whatever. I have a lot
Yeah,
of
we're
opinions. That's
all
for
we
another
we should be.
podcast.
There's no difference. We're human. Everybody
Correct.
is
Human.
human. And
Human,
so
period.
period. There's
Yeah.
no, so there should not be any differences looking down on anybody because of their sex, because of who they love, because
Nothing.
of, what they look like, because what they're interested in. There's
Oh,
certain
yeah.
things
That's
that
a
we all
whole, we
should
could
have. We
talk.
should be able to have love. We should be able to have respect. We should be able to go to the hospital. We should be able to eat. These are just
Right.
fundamental.
Human, fundamental human rights. Yeah. Speaking of that, so I work in the nonprofit sector. I'm not sure if you caught that in my stuff online.
Mm-hmm.
Um, for a few years, I've recently transitioned and I'm no longer on the team, but I worked for a wonderful nonprofit here in Cleveland called Food Strong. They're
Mm-hmm.
cultivating food justice across Northeast Ohio and beyond. And what they're doing is they're building enduring local food systems from the ground up. So they're in the schools, they're doing all the work out in there to build sustainable food structures, which is awesome. And I love my
Yes,
small and
yes.
mighty
In fact,
food
I think
system.
that's how I first got associated
Yes, I
with
think
you.
so. Yes, let's do
Yes.
food strong. Right.
Yes. And
Yes.
look what's happened.
Right, right. So now we're talking about human rights, fundamental human rights.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm director of marketing and engagement for another local nonprofit called Shelter the People Cleveland. Hi,
Mm.
Steph. I love Steph. She's great. She's the founder and executive director.
Okay.
And we're building houses in Slavic Village. Groundbreaking will be next year at some point in the
Awesome.
fall. Yeah, and we believe that housing is a fundamental human right.
Yes.
Period. Yeah,
Yeah.
we're designing and developing and funding the homes for housing insecure. All of our team has had transient or housing insecure experience, so we have a passion for it. And yeah, I'm really happy. I love to serve Cleveland. I do
I can
best when
tell.
I'm serving somewhere and helping my community. Absolutely. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, you are wonderful.
Thanks.
Somebody asked me to ask you, do you do websites?
Oh, I will. Yes, I can make some websites. I'll do that as a side hustle too. That's right.
Okay. All
Yep.
right. I
Just
will
message me.
definitely let them
Yeah.
know. This is my spiritual son that's a UCC pastor. So,
Oh, hi, UCC. I think, is that where Steph? No, she works somewhere else, but I would love to. I'd be honored. Absolutely. I
okay.
would. I'd be honored. It takes me a bit, as the
Yeah.
website does, but I can do it. Absolutely.
Okay. Okay. He said
Wonderful.
for me
Thank
to ask you,
you.
so
Oh, thank
I
you
did.
so much.
Okay,
And,
John, I asked.
hey, John. Yeah, that sounds great. I would love to do that. Um, let's see.
Wonderful, wonderful. What else? I know you got
Oh,
more
so
stuff
going
down
down
there
my
on that
list.
list.
Yeah, I'm still on my list of find your shine. So, of course,
Okay.
be kind to ourselves. Same exact thing, showing empathy to others, but also to ourselves. Showing empathy to ourselves is the
Ooh,
same.
ouch.
Woo, right, exactly. That's something. My daughter asked me a few weeks ago, she said, Mom, why you always you seem always like you're sad? I said, I'm not sad. I'm just letting it out. It's a difference. It's a difference now when you let your emotions come out of your body and then move forward. It's different. I don't know how to explain because I'm a crier, but a happy crier, sad crier, an excited crier. I eat ice cream and I cry. I'm so excited.
Yes, I cry at movies.
A movie, right? I'm just kidding, but a movie, everything. Um, a big one I say, and I've added it here, is I follow my intuition. I only do or try to. Obviously, again, we're all human. I only do what feels good in my body, like what feels good
Mm,
in my gut. I lied to
yes.
myself for years during the self sabotage. Just lied to myself, like, meh, it's fine. I don't care. I make excuses for
Don't matter.
everyone, and it's
Mm-hmm.
fine. And just put myself last. And I finally trust myself, B. That's what's happened. I finally trust myself, and I found myself love, which is really a beautiful thing to have as a
Yes.
woman, especially in our culture when we're go, 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 and so busy and taught, oh, you're fat or you're this or you're that,
Yes.
you're ugly, or like you were sharing about your bald story. Like, this is not acceptable. We are all love and we are all beautiful. So,
Yes. Yes.
next on my list is I practice active smiling. It says make it weird. So I go out into public. This is actually really crazy. I call it a sociological experiment or like alpha
Mm-hmm.
testing. And I go out into public and I smile at people. And you'd be surprised. Out of 10 people, I would say be maybe four of them scowl back. They don't just not
Oh,
smile. They're like
oh,
mad that
poor
I smiled.
things.
I know, right? Because we're just taught
Mm-hmm.
whatever it is in our culture. Um, and then three will smile back, and then one will kind of look down, and.
Mm-hmm. Because they're
So
not used to it.
yeah, we're not used to showing
Mm-hmm.
love to each other. And so I really, really actively do that. And that's part of the Shine program. Um, I try to be present in the right here, right now. That's
Right.
very important because, along with self sabotage and all of our things, as you know, I'm sure, is a lot of anxiety and worry. A lot. Oh, just a lot of worry. In my own head, just,
Yes.
worry. Um, this is my favorite one of the whole thing. It's really the last one. I only do what's best finally for Heather, for my future self.
Yes.
Ooh, ooh. That is
Yes.
so big for us to practice. And again, it takes practice,
Mm-hmm.
but to really catch yourself and say, wait a second, is this a good idea? Not that, we want to be present in the right here, right now, but is this a good idea for, my
For you.
goals and
Mm-hmm.
stuff? But, like that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But that's
Because
about
everything
it.
that's good is not necessarily good for us.
Correct. Well, usually I would, even though it would seem otherwise, during my self-sabotaging victim days, I would do just whatever everybody else told me to do. I'd
Right.
almost need other people's opinions just to make my own opinion, if that
Mm-hmm.
makes sense, because it's all linked to self-worth and such.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. I also, you spoke of the children's book. I wrote children's poems for years, so I'm sitting on a bunch of children's books. I just have never published them. My
Awesome.
daughter, her name is Claudia after my late mother.
Aw.
Yeah, I'll give her a shameless plug. So on Instagram, it's Lady Honey's Luxury Handcrafted, and she makes custom shirts. Look at that. Be
Awesome.
yourself. So Claudia,
Awesome.
yeah, my girl Claudia. Um, I don't even remember what I was saying. Never mind, B. I don't know. I was gonna go somewhere with that, and I
Yeah,
forget.
you were just saying how you were when you during your self-sabotaging time, everybody else's opinion became what you figured, I guess, that they knew better than you. You didn't even respect your own, you
Right,
know.
correct. And luckily, I've raised a daughter who does not have those issues.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's where I was going with that. Luckily, she's a fun and feisty one like me, but she does speak her mind, um, which is, and I always did too. Don't get me wrong, I always did. I just really was unsure. I was
Mm-hmm.
unsure. I remember feeling just different. And now that I'm older, I think that comes with age for some of us women as well. You know, I also, I don't really care anymore what anyone else thinks. And I'm going to let,
Exactly.
I really don't. And it
Mm-hmm.
feels so good.
Mm-hmm.
Once in a while, again, we all get in our little moments.
Yeah.
But as a big whole, I really don't care because I dress crazy sometimes like a little kid, and
Oh, hey,
it's
same
so
here.
wonderful. I love it.
Yeah.
I see your outfits. I know. I love it so much. I think it's express yourself, We're good. Yeah. Yeah.
Now I can't hear you.
You got me?
Yeah, I got you. I hear you now. Okay.
Everybody and their mother's calling and texting, so it's coming through. We're on the phone.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
Awesome.
yeah.
Awesome. And everybody, if you're watching, if you came in late, you'll be able to hear the whole thing because I'm going to make sure that it's on here. Facebook only lets you keep things so long. So
Right.
it will be on Bea Positive. That's BEA Positive.org. And I'm not taking it off of there. So there. Hey, we can't hear you again. You still must be getting folks calling you and texting you. And I can't hear you. Can't can't hear you. Can't hear you. Everybody is wanting to get in contact with you. I have watched programs, like
I
Kendra G
gotcha.
does a dating show. I'm married, so I just watch it for the entertainment. I'm not looking
Right.
for anybody, but it's like really funny because somebody will find out that they're online and they'll start calling them, and then they can't. You can't hear what they're
Right.
saying.
Can you hear me now?
I hear you now. You
Okay, so
bet.
I figured out why. That's the universe telling me. That was in my internet chat for Lasca Lakewood. And they keep messaging because they're all meeting up to do something. So that's the last thing I'd like to tell you about, actually. I forgot.
Okay.
Lasca Lakewood, there is a young fellow artist friend of mine. His name is Colin Cox, Colin, 1L, Colin
Mm-hmm.
Cox. And he has Funkwork Studio. And he shared with us that he had a rough last year. So
Oh.
he came home, he came to Lakewood.
Mm-hmm.
And he was received with such love in our city over here that he
Oh.
decided to have begin a whole market, like a whole market for the community, right?
Oh.
Oh, B, it's really great. We're building great community over here.
Wow. I'm gonna have to
Yeah,
come visit.
you're gonna have to. It's awesome. The next one is July 13th. I'll be there with all the henna and everything.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think it's the 13th. I hope I'm correct. It's bi-weekly on Sundays. It's on the corner of Cordova and Madison. And Laska, he has Czechoslovakian background. Colin does of Funkworks.
Mm-hmm.
And Laska means is a rendition of love. So it's called
Oh,
Laska Lakewood Community Market.
love it.
So I'm involved in trying to get that going and such. I'm one of the original vendors, and we just have a good time. We're just out there with all the bubbles and the goodies, and it's fun.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Awesome.
yeah. I have,
Wow.
like I said, lots going on, my friend.
I
Lots going
see.
on.
Did you leave something out?
I don't think so.
You sure?
I don't know. I do have a call to action to everyone because a good saleswoman always has a call to action.
Okay.
So please let them know they can follow my Facebook page or my website is kindfeather.com. I'm
Okay.
always looking for ways to, I only work part-time with Shelter the People, Cleveland. So I'm always looking for artistic ways. I would like to be more of a working artist, even more so. So I'm
Okay.
always looking for murals or anything artistic involved in the community. So please just, yeah, keep
Yes,
Kind Mind
yes. She
Art
is wonderful.
involved.
Please check out her website.
Yeah, it's kind of
Please
under
check out her
construction.
website. She's got some wonderful, wonderful, colorful. All right. I love
Colorful.
color.
Yeah, me too.
So, yeah, I love it. I love it. I love it. I thank you so much. Do you
Thank
have
you.
any final words that you would like to leave with our
No,
audience today?
I don't think so, Miss B. I think I'm very grateful to be here. Like I said, very happy. I'm very happy that you included me, and I'm grateful to you. So thank you very
Oh,
much.
I am so happy that we were able to do this.
Yeah,
And you know what? I have learned, I guess, over the years that when stuff happens, you just keep on going. So
right.
stuff happened, but we kept on going and we did it. So,
You did.
yes.
Yeah, we did. We did it. Thank you
Thank
so
you,
much.
thank you, thank you so much for agreeing to be our guest. And now, since I can't see a thing, and I thought I was going to be on, see, I thought we were going to be doing this on the computer. So I got
Right.
to figure out a way. I'm going to see if my son can figure out a way to, because I want to start using my Be Positive site more. I
Okay.
don't want to promote my Monica Beasley Martin.
Right.
And I thought, well, let me just start doing these on that site. But yeah, I can't
Oh,
do
I
it unless
get.
I hook up my
Yeah.
Zoom, which I do have. So, but it's like I said, it's connected to the other page. So I'm going to see if Brandon can connect that, and that'll be good. And then we won't have to go through all of that. But I hope you will join me again
I
and
will.
let me know when you got some new things coming up,
Yeah.
things in the works, things that we can do to possibly help to support you,
Thank you,
okay,
Miss
in your
B.
efforts. So,
Thank you.
yeah, so please, please do not be a stranger
I will
around
not.
here. It has been a pleasure to have you as our special guest. It really has.
You too, very much. I appreciate it so, so much. Go be kind to yourself, everyone. Just be nice
Be
to
kind
yourself.
to yourself. That is so important. And sometimes
Thank
we're
you.
kind to everybody but
Except
us.
yourself.
And we
That's
take
right.
time for everybody but
I
us.
know.
So be kind by taking time.
That's right. Can't fill your other people's cups if yours is empty. That's what
That's
they say,
right.
right? That's what
That's
they
right,
say.
girl. We're gonna have to do part two, okay?
Okay, I will. I'm in. I'm in. I'll keep you posted. City,
Wonderful,
city.
wonderful.
Have a
Oh,
great
wow,
day.
wow. This
Thank
has
you.
been beautiful.
Thank
I
you,
am
B.
Bea Speaks. Be positive, no bad news. Well, I'm Be Positive. This is Bea Speaks. You've been listening to Bea Speaks. I am Be Positive. Okay, let me get this right. And you have been watching Bea Speaks with our featured guest, the one and only Heather McCormick of Kind Mind Art. Check out her website, kindfeather.com, and you can contact her at kindmindart@gmail.com. And if you, like Heather, are making a difference for good and you would like to share your story, you can inbox me here on Facebook, or you can send me an email at Bea Positive, that's BEA Positive, no bad news, at AOL.com. And I would like for you to join us on Wednesday, July the 16th, for our next Bea Speaks, when our special guest will be none other than Allison Bond, founder of KTLM, or Kindness. Here we go with the kindness. Through Letters Mission Project. And today's interview, once again, will also be available on our website. That is bepositive.org, BEA, positive, one word, .org. I am Bea Positive, and I want to wish you and yours a Bea Positive day and week. Peace out. Thank you again, Heather.
Bye, Bea. Thank you so much. Thank you, honey.
Bye-bye.
Have a great day.